Hey guys, this is Undercoverdudes all the way from down under, and today I'm going to show you guys how to live stream Combat Arms. Now, live streaming CA is a bit more difficult than, let's say, League of Legends or Team Fortress 2. However, it's relatively simple once you get the hang of it. Now, the two programs we're going to be using today in order to go and achieve that is Open Broadcaster software and Dxtory. Now, OBS is, in my opinion, the best piece of live streaming software. You can go and replace that with another program like XSplit. It runs the exact same way. However, this is free and it has no limitations. While XSplit, you got to go and pay in order to get all the functions. It's down to personal preference. Now, Dxtory is a paid program. However, torrent, you can go and find it for, you know, whatever, and you can just work out how to go and get it through your own means, but you can go and pay for it as well, but people do that, whatever. The point remains that Dxtory is the second piece of software for today. So we're going to go and start with Dxtory, work with OBS a little bit later, and we're going to start right from the start with a new default tab right here. So this one doesn't matter, this one doesn't matter, this one, however, does matter. The folder setting, you've got to go and set a folder to go and record your videos. Now, even though you may not be recording, it's still just good to have, just if you want to go and record while you're live streaming, which is possible, and I'll show you guys how. It's a relatively simple process. You just go find the folder you want to go and record to. I'll do it on this hard drive. You can do it whatever. Of course, SSDs are going to be a bit faster, as you can see right here. I'm just recording to my performance one. And let's say 90. You run it through and depends whatever how fast your hard drive is. Mine, I'm just going to set mine to 90 megabytes per second, which is relatively fine. Anything under 50 would be pretty bad, but it's still fairly good for 90. So we'll just leave that as it is. Move over the hotkey. Make sure your start and stop movie capture is on something that's out of the way. You don't want to be pressing in-game and stop your live stream. That'd be pretty shit. Now, over the movie, this is the most important part of this whole tutorial. You've got to get this one right. Now, for codecs, you've got a lot here, but you have to go and manually install one called the Lossless Codec to get the best performance and quality. I'll put a link in the description below. This codec is absolutely amazing. It's super easy to install, and when you run it, you'll never go and change from anything else. This is absolutely amazing, so this is what I highly suggest. Now, moving over the frame rate, set that to 30 FPS. You don't want it any higher or lower. That's just perfect for live streaming. And this is what I was talking about before with the recording and live streaming at the same time. Now, file output is just recording videos for gameplay or whatnot. But direct show output is live streaming. That is for purely live stream. You can go and do both at the same time if you want. However, that will make the file output a little bit laggy depending on your computer. However, you can do it if you want. I'm just going to go and set it for live streaming just for now. So now we have file format. We've got AVI and raw cap. Just set it to AVI. That's absolutely fine. You can include the mouse cursor if you want. I just choose to turn it off. It's personal preference. Synchronize video FPS. Turn that just turn it off. You don't want that on, because if you're recording your live streaming at 30 FPS, then you'll be playing at 30 FPS. Obviously, you don't want that. Set scaling 100%. We'll muck around with that later, and then we move over to the audio. Now, this isn't so important when it comes to live streaming. However, if you're recording a video, obviously you want your sound to be recorded. However, OBS has a function where it takes the sound from your computer already, so it's just doubling up and really isn't needed. So for live streaming, we're going to turn this one off. Now we're going to move over to this last tab, and the third to last tab I mean, and then we're just going to go down to processing threads, make sure that's on the max in order to get the best performance. All of this really doesn't matter, and there we go. We have got our twitch.tv Dxtory settings all good. Now we're going to move over the Open Broadcaster software. This is relatively simple, but you just got to go and muck around with a couple of stuff. So we've got general, we've got a settings. You can do different settings for different types of stuff. So I've got one for Twitch. I can make one for YouTube. It really doesn't matter. For encoding, this really depends on your internet. So if you have a really bad internet, then you make your bitrate really low. For me, I have really bad upload speed. I have a 0.3 megabytes per second, whatever. It's really bad and it takes hours to upload videos. Such for live streaming, it's very bad as well. So I set it to 500. I could even set it lower if I wanted to. A lot of people would have it quite high. Now for audio encoding, make sure this is relatively good. Anything under 160 just makes your voice sound really bad. I suggest 160 or 192 for live streaming. If you want it to re-upload it to YouTube, then obviously 320 because that is the standard. Now moving over to broadcast settings, these are relatively important to get right. Live stream, obviously you're going to set in live stream. You can file output as well if you want to just do like a webcam video or whatnot. For streaming service, this tutorial is going to go through Twitch/JustinTV. You can do all other stuff if you really want to, but it depends on what you guys want to use. Now for server, obviously use the one closest to you. For me, that's Asia. Now where it says playpath/stream key, you have to go onto the actual website. Now since we're using twitch.tv for this tutorial, go to www.twitch.tv/yourname/dashboard/stream key to go and find your stream key, hit that and just copy that back into the program right here. Set all of this just how it is, it's just no problem. You can start and stop if you really want to, but no matter. So let's go and not save that because I didn't put my stream key in. And then this is fine. And the video adapter, no problem. Base resolution, obviously you want to keep that as your actual resolution. However, this one is just a tad important. Resolution. Now for video, obviously you want to keep it on your graphics card, whatever. For base resolution, just keep it like that is. Resolution downscale, however, is very important. Now if you have a really good internet, you want to keep it on none. You want to have a 1-to-1 ratio to what you're playing in game to what's being shown on the stream for the best quality. However, for me, I have the worst internet alive, so I set mine to 3.0, which is 640 by 360, which is really bad. However, it makes it a very solid and constant stream, which is your highest priority. If you have a very high quality stream, it's just lagging all the time, nobody's going to watch it. So obviously, you want to go set it to whatever you guys think is appropriate. You can go and muck around with this as much as you want and just go get it to its right. Now, FPS, already we set it in the Dxtory, we're going to set it to 30. If you want to put it high, you can put it high. There's just no real reason to. 30 is just fantastic. Obviously, disable aero because aero is just rubbish. Now moving over to audio, you just want to go and set up your desktop audio device to whatever you're listening through. Now, the reason we're doing it through here is because it can go and pick up any music you're listening to as well, not just the game sound. So if you want your fans to listen to your music as well, you can go through here. That's why we didn't do it in Dxtory all the way back here. That's why we disabled it here. Well, yeah, this is why we disabled it here with record sound. We unchecked that one and we did it through here. So whatever plays through your computer, it goes into the live stream. Now obviously if you don't want your fans to hear your music, you just turn this one off. You can do it later on around here. You just drag that one all the way down and you just turn the one back in Dxtory on. It's just really simple process. And the microphone, fairly simple. Just keep it to whatever you want. I've got a lot of different options. I've got 2 here, so I'm just going to set it to my Yeti because that's better quality. And we're just going to keep that as it is. You can have push to talk. I really see no reason why you'll do that. But that is basically it. For advanced, just leave everything there. There's no real reason to muck around with that. And now we have the actual program itself, the interface. Now, we've done all our settings. We've got to go and set up a scene. I already made one before, but I'll show you guys how. All you do is just right click on this white box, go add scene, and I'm just going to call it Combat Arms. I already made one before, but I'll show you guys how to make it. So we made our little thing called Combat Arms. Then we're going to go right click on sources, going to go to add, and there's a lot of things you can do. You can go a window capture, you can go your monitor, you can put an image in there, you can put text. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this program, and you can put like webcams and stuff as well. Pretty cool. But instead of game capture, which you guys would assume, we're going to go video capture device, and we're going to call this one CA, or just actually we'll call it Dxtory to make it a bit more, you know, a bit more unique. Hit OK, and as I said before, you can go and get your Logitech. But if you go drop down, you see all these ones: Dxtory Video 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you guys will be thinking, where are these ones? These are in Dxtory, obviously, but in a little different section. We're going to go over to this movie tab right here. And right down the bottom, a little yellow black tabby thing, you'll have a little thing called video setting. You click that, and there is your output. Now, this output is what you're going to be. It's a bit hard to explain. Basically, it picks up the signal, the video feed from Dxtory, and then puts it into OBS. That's the easiest way to explain it without going in depth. Now, obviously, you want to go and set this to whatever you have. So 920 by 1080 is what I'm running at the moment. You're going to hit that, and boom, there you go. You've got that all good. And you can do that for multiple things. I don't know why you would be doing it for multiple things, but you've got 4 different feeds, and you can do 4 different games, I suppose. But just for Combat Arms, going to make it simple, we're going to do Dxtory Video 1 right here. So all of that, it's all fine. You've got 920 by 1080, all that's good. Audio input device, we disabled that before. That's for your microphone. Obviously, we've got your microphone back in the actual program, so there's no reason to double up. That would be stupid. And there we go. And that is basically it. You've got your microphone right here, your percentage. You can do that really low. You can do that really high. You can make your sound really high, whatever. I suggest to put your sound a bit low, maybe 30-something%, depending on what you want. And there you go. Okay, now we've got everything set up, it's time to start live streaming. Just hit start streaming, go in game, and hit that start/stop movie hotkey, where whatever you did in Dxtory, mine was none plus, and then it will go straight into OBS and all your fans will be able to watch it. Now there's other stuff you can do besides from that, and that is it. That's all you need to do for Combat Arms, basically. So you do all that, you hit your start stream, you go in game, hit the button, and boom, people can go and see it. It's really simple, and it's fairly, you know, and people can go and see it, and people can watch your live streams or whatnot. It's pretty cool, and that's the way I do it. Besides from CA, we can go and do some other cool stuff as well. We can go and add our monitor, so we're going to go through all of that. Then just hit preview stream, and oh, there's the monitor. Hit edit scene, just drag it all the way out, and there you go. The screen is absolutely fine. Hold Alt to go and crop it. So from there, we can go and add some other stuff as well. We can add text, and the text would be called text. There we go. And you can just enter whatever text you want. Hi Twitch. I can't type for shit. There, hi Twitch, and you can just put it as big or small as you want. You can change the color, all that. Pretty cool in my opinion. You can add pictures as well. My world famous picture of the leaf blower right here. It's been a staple in my live stream, and it forever will be. So you can just go like that and boom, pull that out, and the leaf blower lives forever, even though it has been stretched slightly. But there you go. You can go and add a lot of stuff to this. It's a very good program. And when you just stop previewing, and there you go, it's just not streaming anymore. But there you go. Fairly simple to do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to go and drop it a like rating, possibly a favorite. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes, all the way from down under, out.